It's the Detroit Lions and the Miami Dolphins. And it comes your way next.
the veteran, Jason Sanders, ready to get us started. And off we go from South Florida. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. So that Detroit offense taking the field for the first time. Number 1 overall pick in 2016 leads them out, Greg. It's quarterback Jared Goff.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from their opening whistle.
First and 10. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
Here's the first carry for the Iowa State Cyclone, David Montgomery. It's picked up by the Dolphins.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
Eligible receiver downfield. Offense. Still first down.
A shotgun snap for Tua. He runs with it.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on first down.
21G, 21G. Long.
Hill brought in motion. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. That's taken in by Achane. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. So not quite first and goal. It's first and 10. They're pretty close.
Hey, 21
From the gun, here's Tua. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
Goes without saying, Mike, you have to be smart with the ball, especially down here in the red zone. You're already in scoring position. And I understand they're trying to come away with a touchdown, but at the very least, come away with 3. Worst case scenario is you turn the ball over and you come away with nothing.
And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, that tip ball, I think, just saved a huge play because this offense found something. They had an open target with a lot of room to run, and unfortunately for them, the defender gets his hand on the ball, and that went away pretty quick.
Throwing on third down, Tagovailoa. Come on, Gtowncapp. Touchdown, Dolphins. Some play by the quarterback. He got flushed by the rush, but Greg made the right choice and ends up with a touchdown pass.
The question always is for these quarterbacks, Mike, in this situation, how long does he remain a passer, or then does he just tuck it down and become a runner? I think he does this perfectly, extends the play as long as possible, gives time for his receiver to uncover, and results in a touchdown.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. The Lions offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They're trying to hold on to the football this time. Had the fumble on the opening possession, which led to a touchdown. So they trail early as they get it back 1st and 10. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Goff.
That play had sack written all over it, so that's a great job by the quarterback, not only escaping the initial pressure, even though he doesn't gain a whole lot, he's able to pick up some positive yards for what looked like a disaster in the start.
Throwing on 2nd down, Goff. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage. He'll go play action with Goff. And that is incomplete.
Well, I think it would be a bit of an understatement, Mike, to say that this offense has come out today a bit flat. They haven't picked up a single 1st down through the first 2 drives, and barring a really aggressive decision here, they'll have to wait to their 3rd series to see if they can make it happen.
Williams in motion. On 4th down, Goff. He'll let this one go long for Williams. He's got it! And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That's caught by Gibbs. And he will get into the end zone. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Lions will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. The Dolphins offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down.
Turbo 3, kick. 20, TX. Hey.
Hill brought in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Tua. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And they will bring him down. Side of midfield.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
He'll get that into the hands of Tyreek Hill. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. Hill brought in motion. Tua now on 3rd down. He's going to pick up the 1st down and more. 2nd time they've connected on this drive. And 19 yards out of this one. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Solo left Zion. Double one hard.
Now Tua. The tight end, Jonnu Smith, secures it. And he'll be taken down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Here's Mostert to the 5-yard line. 2nd and goal. One more time with Mostert. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7.
And now with that stop on 2nd and goal, the defense really flips the advantage to their own favor. 3rd and goal from this length. I think now they can play a lot more pass-heavy defense and not be so concerned with the run game.
Now, Tagovailoa on 3rd and goal. This one caught at the 4. And he nearly takes it in, but they're going to say he's short of the goal line. So now it is 4th and goal. A touchdown apiece here in the... Some extra bulk out there. They're going to roll the dice and go. And he will drive his way into the end zone. Tua Tagovailoa. Touchdown, Miami. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Greg, I wasn't so certain about leaving the offense out there, but they did, and it paid off with a touchdown.
And I love it, Mike. I think we're starting to see this more and more often in today's NFL. Take advantage of field position. Put the trust in your offense. It's exactly what their head coach does here and certainly pays off.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Lions offense about ready to take over once more. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. On play action, Goff. Oh, the defender able to get his head around and intercepted. And the Dolphins will have great field position as they take over at their own 45.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle to...
And he will go all the way. Jonnu Smith, touchdown Dolphins. Sanders here for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Dolphins will take a 21-7 lead. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Here's Goff. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. On 2nd down, Goff. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a 1st down. He'll get this out to his running back. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. He'll let this one go long for Williams. The defense still arguing about that pass interference call, but their focus needs to be a stop. They face 1st and goal. They'll run with Montgomery. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal. One more time with Montgomery. And this time he will work his way into the end zone. David Montgomery. Touchdown, Detroit. Here's Bates for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Lions draw closer here. It's 21-14. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to take over once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10.
Hey, hey. 20 TX.
Back to throw is Tua. He's going to air this one out, looking for Hill. Oh, he's got a defender right with him, and it's an interception. And the Lions are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Now, faking the give.
Quarterback does a nice job here sensing the pressure pretty quickly. Realizes he doesn't have a ton of time to operate from within the pocket. Decides to tuck the ball and rely on his legs. He's able to pick up.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Throwing, Goff. And that is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
So So, on fourth down, the Lions send out Jack Fox to punt. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. And we will not see a return on this one, as it will be marked down. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Hey.
Tua. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. He's had a lot of success throwing the ball early. Look at the numbers. Already up over 200 passing yards. Tua going to give it to Achane. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Brian Branch in on the tackle. They face 2nd down and 7. Once again, it's Achane. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. On 3rd down, they'll go with Achane. And they've got it at the 19-yard line. They're into the red zone and still on the march. 1st down picked up. They'll stay on the ground with Achane. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get 1st down after 1st down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
He is in. Devon Achane. Touchdown, Miami. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Now Sanders on for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Dolphins have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to see what they can do. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Throwing here is Goff. That's out to the flat, and it's complete.
Just seems nowadays, Mike, there's so many running backs in the NFL that you can classify as being dual threats. Of course, we see them every week make their impact on the ground. But here in the first half, it's his ability in the passing game and do bulk of his damage as a receiving threat.
A 2nd down throw for Goff. Jalen Ramsey, he is tough to throw on. There to bat that one away.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
We go, 76, 76.
They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. And he is going to have a Lions first down. They get 5 on 3rd and 1.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
Goff to throw on first down. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Williams in motion. Back to the air, it's Goff. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. Goff. He'll send it downfield for Laporta. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down.
Ready. All right, fellas, listen up. Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
On first down, here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Watch an Oscar. Run.
Hill brought in motion. To throw on 2nd down, it's Tua. He's going to look downfield once again. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Dolphins offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They'll do so with 1st and 10. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. And he works his way through an opening. Up past the 35. Nice run for 8 on that one. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. On the ground is Achane. And nowhere to go on that one. They lifted him up and threw him down behind the line.
Solo left side on. Double one, high. Cut.
Throwing on third down, Tagovailoa. To the left side, in the hands of Hill. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the first down. A run up the middle with Achan, and that'll be a pickup of 3. 2nd and 7.
Let's go.
A shotgun snap for Tua. That's complete. It's Jalen Waddle. It's a gain of 12 there. First down, Miami.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
And the D closes quickly. He stopped after a gain of a yard. Alex Anzalone in for the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Time out 3, kick. 21G. Long.
Hill brought in motion.
Cut.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. That's caught on the right side by Waddle. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. 2 times they've connected on this drive now. This one for 21 yards and a first down.
Hey, double one.
On the handoff, this is Achan. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Hey, 21 TN. Out.
From the gun, here's Tua. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a first down. Here's a run. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. Now here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, come on, 2. Ready.
They'll go with him again. And he got half of what he needed from the 6 to the 3. Big play coming up. 3rd and goal.
Ready.
They'll run. It's Mostert. And he's so close to breaking the plane, but the official's going to come in and mark him short. So now it's 4th down. Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The visitors' offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. Williams in motion. they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Goff in the pistol. This one complete to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
On first down, it's Goff. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. It is caught left side by St. Brown. His 2nd catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a 1st down. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. On the bootleg, it's Goff. He's got Laporta open on the left side. That is a gain of 15, and now it's 1st and goal. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. On play action, Goff. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
Pretty evident that the defense is just giving no time of day to any run actions. They are playing pass all the way, and he can continue to give as many play action fakes as he wants. It hasn't affected anybody, and in this case it results in a sack.
He's trying to get around the corner, but can't. Going to be run down behind the line. A completion, yes. A loss of yardage, yes as well. They're in 4-down territory for sure, but what can they do on this one? It's 3rd and goal. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. This is intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Brooks. And the Dolphins are going to get the football, and they'll have it just past the 20-yard line.
These second-half red zone opportunities are critical, Mike. I mean, you're not going to score every single time you get down here, but it feels like at this point in the game, this might be my last chance to get this deep. You've got to make the most of those limited opportunities. At least come away with 3. You're hoping for 6, but in this case, you come away with 0.
He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And the defense has it.
Something these running back coaches preach all the time, Mike, is you can't sacrifice the ball for additional.
And remember now, all...
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Hill brought in motion. To throw is Tua. That's to Waddle again. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
On 1st and 10, here's Tua. That one incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Good. Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. Hey. Watch an Oscar. Ready, set.
To the air again, Tunga Vailoa. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw, and maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
Whoa. Solo left Zion. Number 1 high.
Again, it's Tua. That's taken in by Achane. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Let's go.
Tua to throw again. That is caught left side by Waddle. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Terrific day throwing the ball, and the numbers now show it. Over 300 yards passing in this one. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18.
21G.
Throwing again, it's Tua. That is intercepted. Big opening up the middle. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
On 1st and 10, here's Goff. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Williams in motion. On 2nd down, Goff. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Kendall Fuller. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. The pick 6 for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see. And it really is demoralizing to see that happen in that spot.
Absolutely, Mike, and that's one of those cases where you just would like to see the quarterback say, all right, I'm going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw. Don't try to make a play that's not there, because not only do you turn the ball over, you give them an easy 6.
And on the other side, the defense, what a moment. Uplifting for them. Big momentum build.
Yeah, and that's the way games are shaped in this league, Mike. I mean, you find yourself able to capitalize on a mistake by an offense. You get yourself an easy touchdown. All of a sudden, your sideline finds themselves completely rejuvenated.
Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Off the play fake, here's Goff. Working free downfield, it is Williams. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play. They'll go play action with Goff. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Goff. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And he will score. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
That is caught, and they get the 2-point conversion.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points. Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
Hey, 21 10.
They'll drop to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 now from the 36. Throwing is Tua. He's going to look deep for Tyreek. And that is incomplete.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
20 TX. Hey. Out.
To throw on 2nd down, it's Tua. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession at their own 3-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. And that pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the end zone. And that is a safety. So first the decision to throw down here backed up near your own goal line. And the defense gets to the quarterback, sacking him, Greg, in the end zone for a safety.
Mike, anytime you're willing to call a pass backed up this deep in your side of the field, you have to trust that your quarterback is going to have the clock in his head to get the ball out of his hand. In this case, he holds on to it too long. The defense is able to get to him in the end zone, and it results in the safety.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Get right here. Step.
Tua gonna throw. In trouble, and he's gonna be taken down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. Hey.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Watch an Oscar.
From the gun, here's Tua. To the left side, in the hands of Hill. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. So it's going to bring up 4th down.
Ready. 32 Stinger. Step. Long. Solo left Zion.
Hill brought in motion. They snap it to Tua. Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked, and they will turn it over on downs.
All right, Mike, so in this situation, a defensive coordinator has 2 options. You can sit back and play the pass, or you can be aggressive and go after the quarterback. In this case, they chose the latter, and that's why they were able to force the turnover on downs.
Goff to throw on 1st down. That's caught by Gibbs. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Here's 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's Goff. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target, and it's going to be 3rd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Hey, lift, above, 17.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. Here's the 3rd and final timeout for the Lions. They stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. From the 1-yard line, 1st down and goal. Now the Dolphins going to use the 1st of their timeouts. They stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Now it is 1st and goal.
We go tonight. 12.
Williams in motion. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late, They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play.
And this is just high-level quarterback play down here in the red zone. The way they teach them their progressions, Mike, it's touchdown, check down. You don't want to take a sack, and you certainly don't want to turn the ball over. He knows he has nothing down the field, nowhere to go to his receivers and tight ends. Check it down to your back, let them do the rest after the catch, and it results in a touchdown.
Patrick motioning here. Throwing, Goff. And that is incomplete. Two-point conversion attempt winds up being unsuccessful. Looking to double up here, score the touchdown. They want more. They're lining up for an onside kick.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
First and 10.
All right, come on. Double one, high. Ready, set?
Now it's Tua, sending it deep for Waddle. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. The extra point by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. So a win here for the Dolphins. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Miami Dolphins. Coming up next.
A city known for its incredible skyline, its nightlife and beaches, today centered around this venue, Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Jason Sanders is out, ready to kick this one away. And we're underway at Hard Rock. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first... Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
All of us as sports fans, we know those players in the other sports that when we just think of the greatest to ever do it, a skill set that's different than everybody else, immediately a player pops in your mind. And while we have seen GOATs like Tom Brady and Super Bowl winners many times over like Bradshaw, Montana, and Aikman, there's just not many that have ever done it with the flair, the style, and the skill set of Patrick Mahomes.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. A give to Pacheco to start the drive. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
2nd and 8. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he lost the football. And the Dolphins got it. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Man, this is a tough ask of your defense so early. So just like all touchdowns.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the nice defensive play, all for naught. He was down first, no fumble. So near disaster a moment ago, but the drive's still in trouble if they can't convert on 3rd. They'll run it. Here's Pacheco. Has the 1st and more past midfield. And he's finally hauled down at the 43. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
First down throw, Mahomes. His throw finds Justin Watson. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Running up the middle, Pacheco. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. It's Pacheco again. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Jordan Poyer up from the secondary to make that stop. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. They send the tight end in motion. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Third and long for him here. Kelsey's got it right side. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They'll run Pacheco. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Working quickly here. Back to Pacheco here on 2nd. And he's brought down for a loss.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run, Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a third run after back-to-back negative losses.
They kick the running back in motion. Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. Has it down close. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow. Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Reed now to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
All right, fellas, listen up. Let's go.
Miami calls a timeout here. It's 2nd. And after burning a couple early, they're down to 1 to work with now. First and 10 now from the 30.
Go ahead.
Thrown right away, Tagovailoa. That's caught, Devon Achane. He's contained at the line for no gain. Trent McDuffie getting there for the stop.
Number 2. 21G, 21G. Long. Hey, 21 TM.
Slot man in motion right. 2nd and 10 now. Catch is made down the right sideline. He's all the way home. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins finish off their opening drive. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. Extra point is good by Sanders. And the Dolphins one up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. Sanders all set to send it away. And he won't opt to bring this one out. Content to keep it in the end zone and start their drive at the 30. Now for the 2nd time, we get a look at this Kansas City offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
From the 34. On the move, headed right. He's running with it. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Jordan Poyer up from the secondary to make that stop. We will not get another play in here. That's... About set for the 2nd quarter. Chiefs football here. They start out with 3rd and 4. They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up.
Delay of game, offense.
Man in motion wasn't set in time. Just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired. After the flag, they've got 3rd and 9 to figure out. To the air, Mahomes. That's caught for the first. And he moves the chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
First and 10, it's Mahomes. That one finds Xavier Worthy. And he reaches the 30 before going out of bounds. They pick up 20 yards there. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Hey, 43, 15.
Running left with Pacheco. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. He got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Second and 13. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jalen Ramsey comes up with it. And he's going to go. It's a pick six. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. The Chiefs offense set to take over again. It's a 14-3 ball game as they take over following the score. First and 10 now from the 30.
43, 43. Attack. Hey, 43.
Mahomes trying to get after the pick. He's trying to lay it in deep along the right sideline. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. He got second down. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that'll bring up second down. Back to throw, Mahomes. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. They've got a man in motion. A first down carry for Pacheco. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Now it's Mahomes. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
Third down, it's Mahomes. It's tipped away, and he's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up fourth down.
Well, kid, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
Mahomes throwing on fourth. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. The Dolphins and Tyreek Hill headed back out on offense. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. And unless the coverage adjusts to slow him down, Brock, he's going to be busy and a productive target for them throughout the rest of this contest. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down. Opening carry for Devon Achane. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Hey, 20 TX.
Here's 2nd and 7. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Offense up to the line fast.
Hey.
Throwing on 3rd, Tagovailoa. Firing one deep for the end zone. He's got it deep downfield. And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins making a 3-possession game. Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. The point after splits the uprights. And the Dolphins push their lead to 18. Sanders all set to send it away. This will end up as a touchback. The Kansas City offense back out there and set to go. And after they were stopped on 4th down their prior possession, Brock, you got to wonder if they're going to be confident enough to go for it again if they get to that point here. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Finds his man, it's Worthy. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. On target to Worthy. They'll get 18 yards there. And it'll be first down, Kansas City. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Back to the air, Mahomes. Out left, Worthy makes the ground. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. That's a gain of 13, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Another throw for Mahomes. Has it in close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. They send a man in motion.
Yellow, yellow. Hey, 43, 43, 15. Watch out.
Again, Mahomes to throw. He's on the... And they will score! Touchdown, Kansas City! The Chiefs chop some of the lead off before the half. Patrick Mahomes, the touchdown! Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Has this at the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Looking to throw. He's going to push one deep down the right. Brought in inside the 20. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. So we've reached halftime down here in Miami. The Dolphins have the lead. Now it's up north to Orlando for a look around the league. We've got Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report. The Dolphins got some strong play out of their quarterback, number 1, Tua Tagovailoa. He fired his guys into the lead with 2 first-half touchdown passes as they were looking like a well-oiled machine in the first half of play.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Reed now to kick this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. The Dolphins are back on offense. Tua Tagovailoa out there once again. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid... First and 10 now from the 30.
Ready. Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
Blitz coming, Tua. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Tagovailoa now against the blitz. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs, they're going to be set up in goal to go after a great return down inside the 10. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the second half. You have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
The play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense.
Delayed game, offense.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Still first down.
First and goal, now 5 yards tougher after that penalty. Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. Bails out of the pocket quick. This throw is caught. And that's a Kansas City touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
So the Chiefs going for 2 once again. They give it to the back of the zone read. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Those defenders, well, they're just as excited as all of us when we get to see a two-point play. It's a chance to directly keep points off the board and can energize a defense and give them that swag when the defenses stop them.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Fielded just shy of the end zone. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Dolphins sending their offense back out there. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Big gain downfield. There it is. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins now lead by 10. Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Dolphins drive their lead to 11. Sanders all set to send it away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Kansas City offense set to take the field. And they should be well rested. They were only out there for one play last drive, and they found the end zone. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes escapes out to the left. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Motioning him from the slot right. Mahomes trying again here on 2nd and 10. Vacates quickly left side. That's knocked away by a defender. Incomplete. Trying to force one through there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Well, QB put it pretty close to the sideline to begin with, and the defender, look at him, just put his little hand right out there. It just encouraged it to fall out of bounds.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
43! Attack! Hey, 43!
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Hauled in by Worthy. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. Escapes the pocket. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
1st and 10, it's Mahomes. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You've got to shake it off and keep on firing.
Motioning him from the slot right. 2nd and 10 now. He's loaded another one up. They connect on the deep shot. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out. And it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the chant for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback's stat sheet for making the throw. But, hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
Going for it yet again, and once again, they don't have the right call to make it in for 2, so their struggles continue.
Yeah, they've kept them on the field without hesitation all game long. This offense knows what they're doing. The problem is the defense knows even more.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Miami set to take over once again on offense. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter.
Solo left Zion.
1st down, here's Tua. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Brought to a halt by Brian Cook. From the 34. Called in by Waddle. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Let's go. 21G. Corner, long.
Tagovailoa on 1st down. He fires one deep down the middle. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Ready. Hey, 21 TX. Hey.
Again, it's Tagovailoa. Throw left side, complete. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Get set. Out.
Out of this shotgun, a give to A.J. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Trent McDuffie getting there for the stop.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
21G. 20 TX. Hey. Step.
From the 36. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Solo left Zion. Solo left. Hey. Watch an Oscar.
They put a receiver in motion right. Throw in. Here's Tagovailoa on third. And he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up fourth down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Fourth down, and on comes Jason Sanders for the Dolphins field goal. Ball in the left hash, the distance 53 yards. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll make this an 8-point game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
The Chiefs and Xavier Worthy back in possession here. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this third quarter. First and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Tried connecting with Xavier Worthy there. So that brings up second down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Finds his man, it's Worthy. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. It appears all that prep work and studying that you quarterbacks love to do in the build-up to the game, Brock, it has certainly paid off. This guy has picked apart this defense much of the contest.
This is one of those games you appreciate. There's going to be peaks, there's going to be valleys, going to be mountaintops. Just like pitchers don't have all their stuff every time out, well, when you do and you're electric, it's sure fun to play.
Throwing on first down, Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Pacheco gets it from the gun. And he has him a small chunk of yards up to the 42. It's a big run, 9 yards, but they're still facing a 3rd and 10. Right back to Pacheco. And that will not be enough for a first down. That gets him 7, sets up 4th down and 3. A very active quarter for us. Plenty of points in that frame as we reach the end of 3. It's the Chiefs in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is reachable.
Yellow.
4th and 3, drive on the line.
Yellow. White side.
They'll go. It's Mahomes. He finds him beyond the marker. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. And that gets him to double digits with his 10th reception of the game. They've kept him about as busy as they could all contest. First down throw, Mahomes. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs down by only 2 in the 4th. Travis Kelce, the touchdown. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
Hey, 57, 57 colors, 57 colors. Hey, 15. White side.
Mahomes throwing for 2. Buys time, rolling right. And the call to go for it not rewarded as the pass falls incomplete. Well, they took their shot at the tie, but they'll need to manufacture another score in the time remaining now as that 2-point try is unsuccessful.
It becomes a little bit tougher to punch it in for 2 when that defense knows what's on the line, too. That's a spot where their hand was forced after the touchdown. They had to do their best to surprise them with the call. Easier said, Kate, than done.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense returning to the field now for the Dolphins. Their lead cut down inside a field goal, so points imperative here to get some breathing room. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Ready. Whoa.
Tagovailoa now working from the gun. They find Smith. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down. 1 play in, and already they're close to midfield.
Solo left, Zion. Double 1, hard. Out.
First down, Tagovailoa to throw. On target to Waddle. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Ready, shot. Let's go. 21G. Shot.
From the 46. That's incomplete left side.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
Hey, 21G. Hey.
Throwing on 3rd, Tagovailoa. He puts some power on a deep one left. Big gain downfield. Touchdown, Miami. 3 touchdown catches in 1 game is rare air, Brock. Safe to say most guys who retire can name every time they did that here in the NFL.
Yeah, I hope he remembers it, but also remember this. Receivers, they're a dependent position. They're dependent on the guys doing their job up front. They're dependent on the quarterback putting it on the spot. And usually, when you reach a milestone like this, you'd love to share it with everybody else. And my guess, especially if they could find a way to win this one, is this receiver will celebrate it with all of his guys.
Sanders all set to send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense heading out now for the Chiefs. In that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. 1st and 10 now from the 30. And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay a game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. They'll have to come up with 5 extra yards now after that first down flat.
Yellow. Hey, 43, 15. 57. Yellow.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
2nd and 15. Kelsey makes the catch. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. This is the type of performance a former quarterback just like yourself, Brock, can marvel at. He's carried a great performance through much of this game. Even as the defense adjusted, tried to slow him down, none of it mattered.
I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because these moments the game does slow down. It is so fast on the field for the normal person, but when a QB's in a rhythm like this, the game is slow and he is dicing it.
Another throw for Mahomes. And that falls incomplete.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Back to the air, Mahomes. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down. Mahomes to throw for it. He connects downfield on 4th. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs have cut it to a 3-point game here in the 4th. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Here are the Chiefs facing a massive 2-point try. Putting a receiver in motion.
Attack! Yellow! Hey, 57!
Again, Mahomes to throw. Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted! And the the Dolphins have it perilously close to their own goal line. Looks like it's at the 2.
Those defenders, they're just as excited as the fans when the offense signals they're going for 2. It's a chance to directly keep points off the board and really show some of that swagger that good defenses have.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. The Dolphins offense ready to go as they take the field. And this really looks like a whole different ball game after that touchdown, doesn't it? They really need to go on a drive here. First and 10 now from the 30.
44, ready. TX. Hey! Step. Ready, step.
Here's Tagovailoa. Completes this one to Hill. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. They send Hill right. First down, here's Tua. Throwing deep for the end zone. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes, incomplete.
I like that, Kate. That's going to keep a defense honest. That proves that they're not afraid to take a shot on any given snap. And with enough looks, eventually, one's going to hit.
Watch it, Oscar.
Throwing again. Here's Tua. Finds his man, Waddle. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it'll be first down, Miami. This game has already been a good one for him, Brock. And, hey, there's still time. He could add on even more.
And you just feel his aggressive mindset all game long. As long as there's time left, he's going to want to keep on firing and turn a good performance into a great one.
Working inside the red zone. This throw is caught. And in for the Miami touchdown. And in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Sanders all set to send it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs are out once again. Their offense led by Patrick Mahomes. And there's a couple of moments we're seeing here that I think he's not going to want to be reminded of after this game. Turnovers have just interrupted his performance in this one. Made it really tough for him and this team to get into and stay in any kind of rhythm.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. He's looking deep once again. You know, it's great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up. Whew, very fortunate that didn't go as a turnover. So now it's going to be third and long. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Excellent pickup to move the chains, 36 yards in the end.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. That's much too high and out of the end zone, incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
Throwing again, Mahomes. He sends this one to the end zone. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Dolphins will take over as this gets brought out to the 20-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go. 21G, 21 Connor, long. Help!
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. And the Chiefs have some new life in the 4th. Well, they had the advantage for a moment, Brock, but turns out that is all just that moment because they throw an interception to give the ball right back.
And for once, both coaches on both sidelines are preaching the same message. Take care of the ball. Not often you see back-to-back plays end in interceptions, and we're right back to where we were just a couple moments ago.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Picked off Kendall Fuller. Inside the red zone, they could feel how tight they were to the goal line. And then bam, Brock, they're off the field after a clutch interception.
I tell you what, football's the ultimate team game, but this is a situation where an individual picks up all 10 of his guys out there on the field. Somebody else is going to pick up the tab at dinner tonight for him.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. He put some juice on a deep throw down the middle. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And it sets up 2nd down.
20 TX.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. This one's taken in by Hill. He's going to go out of bounds up past the 15. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Again, it's Tagovailoa. He lets one fly deep downfield. They connect on the deep shot. And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And the Dolphins take a 3-possession lead. Sanders all set to send it away. And this is taken in the end zone but not returned, so they'll take it out to the 30. The Chiefs offense out to take over. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, 43, 15. Yellow.
Motion man sent left. 1st down throw, Mahomes. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Oh no, they get him yet again. Chiefs getting in on the fun, Brock, with that fourth quarter lead as they provide a nice little boost there with the pick six.
Yeah, you could feel some of the desperation of this offense, and when you get into that mode, it is danger time. Defenses love to take advantage of it. I always say to you, Kate, play fast but never in a hurry. You can't be rushed offensively because you can often be rushed into mistakes like that.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Another drive coming up for this offense. And the last two drives have been teaching tape for that defense, Brock, and probably have earned this offense a lecture in the near future as well. Just haven't been able to take care of that football.
Yeah, I just kind of want to focus on those guys, everything they're doing on that side, because the humble pie this offense has eaten, it's been a tough watch.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Mahomes trying to get after the pick. Out left, Worthy makes the ground. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. Oh, they got it. Intercepted along the goal line. Javon Holland comes up with it. And the Dolphins take it away once again. The 5th time they've intercepted in this game.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back, because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
They've got first down from the 31. Tagovailoa back to throw. He's throwing deep to the left side. This is caught inside the 15. And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Dolphins keep running away with this. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought...
Yeah. Pressure off left, and it's blocked. And the Chiefs got it. Has a hole left, room to run. 40. At the 20. And against all odds, they get the block and return it all the way for 2 points.
Well, I know you, Kate, and you know me, and I think we would both sign up for this kind of track meet. One side of it scampers all the way down the field with a big play. The other side, they don't hang their head for a second. Instead, they block it, and they scamper it all the way back the other way for 2 on the board.
Well, good news here. This is one kick that can't be blocked as he sends this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. He's taken down. The Dolphins rush gets home. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ballgame. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Trying again, following the sack. Try and push it deep downfield. He's got it deep downfield. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. The outcome's decided here, but we got a timeout with 2 seconds on the clock so they can think it over before their final play. All right, this is going to be the final play of the game. One final shot here. And that last pass falls incomplete as this game comes to a close. So it's fins up as the Dolphins take the win at home. And boy, even at home, hardly anyone gave them a chance coming into this one, Brock, but it's hard to ever really count a team out playing in their own building, no matter what.